I want everybody to say hello to June Cooper, who is our preacher this Sunday at Elliott Church, the Reverend June Cooper, who is also the executive director of City Mission in Boston, formerly City Mission Society in Boston. So hi, June, and how does it feel to be on the eve of your announced retirement in the spring? That's so sad for us.
I know. Well, it feels scary, I'll tell you that, because it really is a pause. I'm taking a pause and listening to God and figuring out what I'm going to do next. Well, but after 19 years at City Mission, it's every day has been a joy, and it's been a beautiful ministry because I've had so many wonderful allies and friends and partners like folks at Elliott Church. Yeah. And so I'm going to miss that, but we're going to have to figure out ways to continue our this work that God has called all of us to do.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of City Mission Ministries, how did it go at Christmas time this year? Did you get a decent response at all for your children's presents?
We have been so blessed. Matter of fact, coats are still coming in. We had a wish list on Amazon. We tried to figure out ways that we could make this a safe COVID safe event. And so we didn't get as many volunteers this year as we normally would for the Christmas shop, but we were able to secure a safe space at the Hancock Church in Lexington, where many of their members jumped in and did the sorting. And then we had an abundance of gifts. So the final tally isn't in, but right now we still have about 60 coats that we are finding homes for. And the truck keeps coming every day. It's amazing. But yeah, we were down our volunteers significantly. So next year, after we've got herd immunity and whatnot, I think the Christmas shop will be back in its rare form of a wonderful form of many people pitching in to help.
Well, I should hope so. We gotta hope we get over this. So much suffering, so much pain, dislocation.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys too, because I know that you delivered gifts and that was wonderful. Thank you.
We did it independently, decentralized it, and let people do it on their own. But listen, before Christmas, our church had learned about your program for mothers, special donations. Do I have that? Do I remember that correctly? And we made a contribution to that. Who are the women that you serve?
City Mission, we have a very robust program called A Lift Up, which is for single women who have dependent children that are struggling with their housing. And so the program really is a homelessness prevention effort. And so they get extensive case management. They get assistance with the rents in the rear. They also get monthly group meetings where they can do educational learning and sharing. And it's been a very successful program. It's been around about 10 years. And our program is very different than other homelessness prevention programs because people stay with us up to 2 years, learning and relearning skills for stabilizing their housing situation and their life. And most recently, we were able to add an employment counselor to the services that women receive. So we're really excited about that.
Well, that's huge. So you must have a large staff that provides education and counseling.
Well, we have 3 case managers. This is in our Lift Up the homelessness prevention work, and then our training vocational person is very part-time. We would like to get her up to a full-time position, and then we are resourced by we have like 3 seminarians this year, mostly from BU and BC, as well as we have our Lilly residents. That work with us in some of our programs, not all of them.
Wow, you have a lot of cats to herd. Keep them in line.
Trying to find them on Zoom, though, it's been a little easier than in person.
Well, it's of course more necessary than ever, I'm sure,
Yes.
because of the, the predicted, evictions that are going
Mhm.
to be happening. I hope God help us if, well, maybe that will be postponed.
Well, the state, I was at a rally and spoke back in October, just before our governor Baker took us off of he made it so that evictions would go forward. So judges have been hired at our local courts to make those evictions going forward. So that's our biggest battle right now, is to keeping the women. We have a caseload of 40. We're full to capacity, to make sure that they remain housed. And so we fight that every day with them. And there will be on Sunday, I'll have a little bit more, but we will be at a demonstration in front of the housing court, Boston Housing Court, on the 13th of January, trying to continue to push back what's going on, because it really is a humanitarian crisis, as it was when the bridge to
Yep, for sure.
Long Island was closed and people found themselves out on the street in a storm.
One of the big things that happened lately in your work there is moving from your downtown office on Beacon Hill to, are you in Dorchester?
We're in Dorchester on Columbia Road, which is not too far up from the Franklin Park Zoo.
Right.
It's a great location. We are in a building that houses services. Well, the building is owned by Catholic Charities, and so we have found them to be a really great partner in providing some services together. And each day since the pandemic has hit, they have run a food pantry every day. It is just the most amazing thing. It's sad that we have to have that, but and it's good that we have seen people step forward and companies providing food so that people can get fed.
Oh, that's great. And you're right there in the middle of it. It's a perfect location for a theologian in the city, as you designated at Old South Church, right?
Yes, because God is in the city. God is in our midst, everywhere.
Yes. And we seek the shalom of the city. And
exactly.
We need these churches and synagogues and mosques there to be healthy and active. Listen, we're excited because of the election results so far. And when you come on Sunday, you're gonna catch us on a high wave.
Yes.
But listen, the reason we chose this date, June, you and I, of January 10th, is so that, because it's the Sunday before Martin Luther King weekend and Martin Luther King Day, and it gives us the benefit of supercharge in advance.
Yes.
But here's COVID, and there's a barrier to doing Martin Luther King Service Day the way we're accustomed to. Are you hearing anything that's available, or we're all on our own this year?
You're on your own. You're on your own, and that's a sad thing, because there's so many service hours and helping hands and beautiful hearts that were open on that day, and it provided a great reminder for why the work of Dr. King, not all of the work of Dr. King, but at least some of the work of Dr. King. But the work of Dr. King was doing justice, and I think that we do justice by getting in the street and lifting our voices. So I would just encourage people to figure out ways that we can, resist the oppression that creates homeless families and policies that are really meant to hurt people as opposed to help people and families.
Well, we put 3 Black Lives Matter signs on our lawn, and we're designing and trying to figure out how to put a huge banner across the pillars that has a Martin Luther King quote, which we're trying to select at the moment. Maybe
Nice.
we can talk about that afterwards. But when you come Sunday, what is the title again? I wrote it down. What we need to do something.
I think it's, this is, Rick, this is not good news. This is, on Sunday, we are going to have some good news. So I believe the title is, we've got to do something, it's time to do something different.
Different, right.
Different.
right. Well, I won't ask you any more about it unless we get the whole sermon. We got to save it up for Sunday.
Yes.
But thanks for this chat. I should share with you, perhaps you knew this, I have no idea, but 20 years ago, before you started at City Mission, I was an applicant for that same position at the same time, and I didn't get it.
Well, Rick is open now.
Yeah, right. It's going to be open. Well, I'm busy right now, but maybe I'll try again. We'll see. But they got the right person, all right. And
Thank you.
I wish you well and many blessings on this new stage or phase. We're not calling it the R word. We're not saying retirement, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, we'll see you Sunday then, June.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Nice
Look
talking.
forward. All right.
Bye.